In the summer of 2023, two brothers, Samuel and Ignatius Derriere, were vacationing in Transylvania. One day, they spied an armadillo, a creature not indigenous to Europe. I know! Only MSNBC and a blind gigolo playing Marco Polo with a cross-legged cougar are less accurate. They followed the animal as it scurried into a hidden cave, and there in clay jars, the brothers found some of the oldest recordings ever known. On wax cylinders and 8-tracks, the voices spoke of lost love, ruthless enemies, and a prince of darkness who once made the world tremble. The brothers soon realized they had discovered the audio diary of Dracula. In what is believed to be the only recordings of Dracula's actual voice, experts have pieced together a story centuries old. A story that seems to continue today.
Dracula's Winkee. It's the failure of a very small thing. Dracula's Winkee.
Episode 7. Her name was Gretchen, with 2 big T's.
Regret. It was like disappointment you hated in retrospect. Dracula had dared to dream the American girl, a visitor to their town, as most Americans are, was the answer to his prayers, the solution to his problem, his good-for-nothing Beavis. It had been forever since the Prince of Darkness had achieved a rectitude, and he hoped Miriam would end his dicky drought. She was a virgin, as all women under 30 are in America. But the morning came too quickly, and Dracula hadn't it all. He had to push yet another night into the past. Greetings! I'm your narrator, Chardonnay Waffle Hut, and I too have a past. A new one I've discovered on several social media platforms. Madison, not to interrupt your sudden need for fubbing, and Bryce, you can keep standing there like the other pet shop boy, but you wouldn't happen to be familiar, would you, with Chardonnay Waffle Hut? Why won't old people die? Fubbing? Oh, yes. I did say fubbing. I am learning to speak your language and currently understand 43% of your emojis. Behold the assimilation of Big Daddy! No cap. Add that to my past, Madison. Possibly replacing, takes animal husbandry too far? Kudos on the image, though. Who's the Photoshop guy? You, Bryce. If I had to share an evening with a beast, an ocelot is a fine choice. It was a llama. Take the win, fat chuckle! You know what? Being a professional, I'm going to ain't no holla back girl of this folly of youth. Sip my cognac and move all of us forward. To the year 1893, London, the one in England. Tensions were running high. The world was in an uproar because the United States Supreme Court legally declared the tomato to be a vegetable. It was a dangerous time, but Dracula soaked it all in. He was powerful. He was nightmare personified. He was truly the shit. Yes, enemies were everywhere. He knew he was being followed, but he knew they knew he knew. Yet despite being on top of his game, he never detected her. She came out of the darkness, swift, silent, and sassy, striking a pose to cut off his escape route.
Bite me, Count.
Did you just say bite me?
Yeah, that is what I said to you. Bite me, or touch the sting of my whip.
Dracula's eyes scanned over her body. She was amazing. Hourglass womanly curves blended with healthy muscle. Her long black hair fell like a wild waterfall over her shoulders. She was dressed in a skin-tight black outfit that not only added to her stealth, but would cause a blind Tibetan monk to break a vow or two. Dracula's gaze dropped to her hips. Her slender fingers were at the ready, on a long coil of braided leather.
Oh, whip! You mean a whip? I will taste this thing of your whip if I don't bite you. I find your accent unbelievably sexy. Are you from New Jersey?
Nein, I am German. My name is Gretchen. Gretchen von Strudelheimen.
The words melted from her full lips and echoed like the wind blowing in Paris Hilton's ear.
Well then, eager one. Why so far from home? Are you a hunter? Come to see if your skills are enough to bring down the Prince of Darkness? Who do you work for? The Van Helsing family?
Nein,
The secret sisterhood of the divine traveling yayas?
I am not aware of who they are.
Her crystal blue eyes showed only truth. Her heartbeat neither sped up nor slowed down.
Do you sell reverse mortgages?
She quickly tossed her Tom Selleck mask behind her.
That is not why I am here, Count. I merely wanted to meet the legend. I have loved more than a few, El Dracula, but none has ever been able to satisfy my womanly needs. So what will it be, Count? Do we fight?
The vampire felt his saggy boys kickstart within the confines of the clean underwear his mother insisted he wear before he left the house.
To be clear, you would try to kill me if I don't make love to you?
Gretchen merely nodded. It made Dracula's boink baton scream for satisfaction, like a Catholic grandmother whose winning number was being ignored by a bingo caller. The scent of her sexually charged Farrakhan stirred within his loins. Did you mean pheromones? It says Farrakhan's. No, not the same thing. Medicine? Are you woke washing again?
My hot, wet Bowser remains waiting.
Gretchen's fingers slid down the plunging V of her one-piece Scarlett Johansson-issued spy suit. She unzipped to her delicate belly button. Her femme boobies barely keeping the black outfit from falling off.
I can be naked in 5 more moves, my Dark Lord.
Zwei. That's 3?
9, it's 2.
She shook her shoulders, and the outfit fell open to her waist. Dracula gasped. Her second move was a shimmy with a smooth hop that pushed her garments past her ankles and left them on the ground. Yet her leather boots remained on.
Your boots.
I enjoy sex from a running start. The boots give me better traction when I stomp.
Dracula had experienced an endless history, full of goddesses, queens, and hammer actresses. But before him stood the most sexually attractive female the world had ever known. Her naked body was flawless in its perfection. Her free breast pimp-slapped gravity. Her smooth, muscular thigh barely blocked visual access to her hoo-ah. But Dracula could tell her down there hair was trimmed into the shape of Albert Schweitzer.
Ah, clever. Schweitzer was an organist.
I'd love to influence your Argelby-Wagung.
But he won't champion the German organ reform movement until 1906.
Darling, please, don't stomp on my laugh line.
Gretchen turned and confidently placed a hand on each hip, giving him full frontal view of her nakednessitude. However, it was her piercing eyes, as blue as the lips on a choking victim on a clear summer day, that grabbed Dracula's own gaze. They were calling, tempting, begging, demanding her man to take her. Dracula desperately searched for a flaw.
Aha! Ever fart in public?
Sexy women do not fart. I poot.
Damn it!
Dracula threw his arms in the air. She was perfect. There was a spastic stirring in his starving southern vein snout. the groan of blood flow long denied, a rush of urgent sexual expansion, and then an ear-shattering...
It's alive! It's alive!
The vampires screamed to the heavens. Somewhere in a nearby castle, Dr. Frankenstein's lawyers were preparing to sue for plagiarism. In the present of now, the sunrise mercifully marked the end of another night that Dracula wished he could forget, and pushed torturous memories deep into the recesses of regret. All was quiet when Juan the Armadillo came down the stone staircase to find his best buddy Dracula sitting alone in front of the TV.
What you watching?
Terrifier.
Why don't you turn it up?
It's funnier with the sound off.
The loyal sidekick jumped up on the couch next to the depressed vampire lord.
You're not sleeping again. I take it your date with the American Virgin didn't go well.
It did not. I don't think the virgins in America are as plentiful as you think.
Well, being honest, you might not be able to tell anymore. When was the last time you had a virgin?
Madonna, in England, 10 years ago.
She may have lied.
Dracula looked crushed. Could this day get any worse? He pulled a blanket over his head.
You know what really upset me? Last night I saw a deer. It was being hunted by a werewolf, and it made me believe maybe that was all there was of our kind. Nothing more than hunter and prey. But when he pounced, the deer rolled over onto her back, and they humped like two teenagers on prom night.
Like a Kardashian with a dozen handheld cameras nearby.
Like Lindsey Graham in a room full of prostitutes, all wearing Donald Trump masks.
Oh, that's a good one.
Look, man, I still think America's the answer. Like Bob Dylan said, the times they are a-changin'.
America is not for me. And Dylan also said, "Drab a native fish pow pow."
It was hard for Juan to argue with facts like that. Before he could say any more, the heavy wooden door opened, and a naked hippie walked in. His hair and beard were a mess, leaves and twigs sticking out like bad camouflage. Dirt and dried blood were smudged across his skinny chest and arms. He found a joint in his beard and grinned.
Oh man, what a night I must have had. Full moon fever. Did you guys happen to check me out last night? I hate not remembering how hard I partied.
Morning, Chad.
Juan elbowed Dracula and was met with indifference.
Good morning, werewolf. Come to use our bathroom again?
You bet, Drac, man. Hey, is there a clean washcloth in there? I got the feeling I'm in need of a major scrub down. You know if I got laid? My junk smells like Bambi's mother. Tell me I got lucky.
Chad waited at the open bathroom door for a response. Neither Dracula nor Juan budged. The hippie werewolf shot them a six-shooter gesture.
All right.
How blessed it must be to be a lycanthrope. Live as a normal human, and once a month you get to run wild. Then the next morning it's all, "Oh, did I get laid? I don't remember."
Well, technically he wouldn't because the human has no memory of the beast the night before.
You think that's bad, dudes? I'll tell you the real curse. We're only a werewolf for one night, and the digestive tract needs at least a day to run its course. No one ever thinks about that fun fact. Sun comes up and I'm human again, and I have no idea what I ate last night. Speaking of which, I got the call of the wild about 2 inches away from my sphincter. Fighting a losing battle, buds.
Chad quickly slammed the bathroom door behind him and instantly filled the castle's lower levels with grunts, groans, and a high-pitched ass toot. Delightful.
Drac, listen. You can't give up on America. It's your only...
Send lawyers, guns, and money. Dudes, I'm dying in here.
The king of the undead screamed at the bathroom door.
Anyone guess why vampires hate werewolves so much?
Forget Chad. Chad is not the issue. America is. I know you're nervous about going into a new world filled with cell phones and electric cars and illiteracy.
Oh, what the hell did I eat last night?
Like a bitch!
You'll never solve your erectile dysfunction sitting in this backwards country for another century.
The Lord of the Vampires so wanted to end his curse, to find love, to take one small step towards his lost humanity, to pummel some spritle with his naughty chimp. But he knew there was only one answer.
I'm sorry, Juan. There is nothing out there for me, and nothing that will make me leave Transylvania ever again.
Drac, come on.
Conversation over.
The castle fell still. Chad opened the bathroom door and peeked out.
Oh my god! I just shit a hand.
Okay, pack my bags.
Next time on Dracula's Winkee!
The Enclave masterminds a plan to stop Dracula, the truth about silk boxers, and legendary TV legend Sparky Guidonian swings by to host a game show. Brought to you by our sponsor, Happy Puppy Carpet Strips, the latest in butt-wiping technology. Available in plush, industrial, and for those hard-to-reach cracks, shag. Drag your ass across the floor. Go ahead.
It's the poop scooting boogie.
Happy Puppy Carpet Strips. So easy, a human can do it.
Dracula's Winkee, the podcast series, is copyrighted by Gregory L. Hall. Written, produced, and directed by Gregory Hall and Griffin Hall. The Dracula's Winkee theme song is written, performed, and recorded by the godfather of goth rock, Bobby Style. All of the music is public domain. Now behave yourself, or Chardonnay Waffle will date your mama.
It's the failure of a very small thing. Dracula's Winkee.